What's an Irishman doing in Paris? It's kind of a long story.
The Saboteur is a stylized shooter set in Nazi-occupied Paris in the 1940s.
It's set during World War II, but we think of the war more as a backdrop to our game. It's more inspired by like Indiana Jones than Saving Private Ryan.
Bonjour, chérie.
Top of the morning, ladies.
The character you play also has a backstory you wouldn't necessarily expect.
We have a character who's a race car driver turned saboteur. It's actually inspired by a real guy named William Grover Williams. And our character, Sean, he's an Irish race car driver. He goes over to Germany for a race. Something goes horribly wrong. His best friend's killed. And after that, it really sets Sean off on a vengeance quest. So it's a very personal story with this big war as a backdrop to it.
The game boasts a unique use of color, not unlike what we've seen in films like Sin City.
We use the color for a lot. I mean, we use it for dramatic purposes, things like explosions and blood. We also put a lot of thought into where using red lights along side of mission areas, or where the path we want to guide the player's attention to, or things the player can interact with, or to make the enemies pop out of the black and white.
Your actions will also directly affect the look of Paris and the actions of its citizens.
And when you fight back against the Nazis in the big missions in the game, you'll inspire the people, and the color will bleed back out into the world. And it literally inspires the people in the world. So if you're out fist fighting in the streets with the Nazis, people will cheer you on. If you start a shootout, the resistance will start popping out of the doors and fight alongside of you in those areas.
I'm just getting started.
The Saboteur comes out for the PC, Xbox 360, and the PlayStation 3 December 8th, 2009. I'll have more on the Saboteur in my review of the game. For MSNBC.com, I'm Todd Kenrick.